The rise in popularity of the Yakuza series in the West was likely a result of some clever remasters and re-releases of the series from developer RGG Studios. However, in a rather strange twist of events, the team is shifting away from the Yakuza headline and taking on the naming conventions of the Japanese releases, translated to Like a Dragon. Now, I'm no marketing major, but I would have never advised this move. But regardless of what I do in this situation, similar to the series' many facets and gameplay elements, RGG does their own thing in their own unique way, and the series is more popular now than it has ever been. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth carries the torch as the next mainline entry of the series and brings with it more changes alongside elements that make this the most ambitious entry to date.
No good at things. Memories of you, twisting my view. I've been a fool.
If you ask any fan of Like a Dragon what their favorite thing about the game is, you may get a few different responses. However, one thing that every fan seems to love are the characters and core gameplay aspects. For years I assumed the main drawing point of this series was the action combat systems, but that changed when the turn-based combat of Yakuza Like a Dragon was introduced, which works surprisingly well. So in essence, the gameplay systems can change from entry to entry, but the characters are the fuel for this entire experience. During a preview event, I was able to play a little more than 3 hours of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. During my time, I found many narrative plot devices following Ichiban Kasuga and Kazuma Kiryu, but I'd hate to spoil them here when we're so close to the release date, so let's just sidestep the story stuff so you can enjoy it all at your own pace when the game releases. Now, what I would like to talk about is the contrast between the Yokohama and Hawaii settings. After spending so many hours in Japan during the previous games, assuming the role of Ichiban and being able to explore Honolulu came with a bit of a culture shock to me. Even though I'm from the US, I still managed to feel like an outsider in these packed touristy environments. The humor seems to shift away from Ichiban being the butt of jokes as the citizens of America out-cringe him in many aspects. I was actually nervous about the Western setting, but somehow the team has found a way to make it make sense and use this new settings as a plot device for the narrative that everyone is here for. The setting dynamic is accentuated after you take control of Kiryu in Japan. For some reason, I felt more comfortable exploring these streets. It comes with a sense of familiarity, which had me respect the inclusion of Hawaii. It takes players out of their comfort zone no matter where they're from. I know many were confused about this announcement, but I can tell you that the humor manages to shine even more in this Western setting, and that can also be found in the optional missions and gameplay modes. During my time with the game, sure, I played Crazy Delivery and even starred in an action movie, but I think getting the chance to show everyone my Riz in a dating app minigame was my biggest accomplishment. I mean, yes, I got catfished, but in this particular case, it wasn't about the destination for me. I was just on fire, answering all the right questions, remembering all the important details, and doing anything I could to get that first date. The length and insanity of these sub-stories fit in perfectly with the stories, and although I had limited time with the game, I saw no shortage of ways to enjoy these new environments. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is very nice to look at. The level designs may appear compact when you're looking at them from the map screen, but they're quite vast. Yes, I can confirm that there are bathing suits for the characters and unique job classes that will only enhance your combat strategies. As the battle system represents an updated version of the turn-based battle mechanics of Yakuza Like a Dragon, it still has some depth that I really wish I had more time to explore. There's a high degree of customization and plenty of things to unlock or purchase as you get lost exploring. For all the chances that RGG has taken, introducing a dual protagonist, new setting, and even adding in a sim element for good measure, among other new updates, I can say Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is by far the most ambitious entry to date. That said, it still retains the characters and narrative that fans care about. The new setting puts a spotlight on this as Ichiban is out of his element in a strange new place, but I'm sure if we all stay diligent, we'll see him and Kiryu through these difficult times that lay ahead, and likely have a shit ton of fun in the process. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X, and PC on January 26, 2024. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Voice Pixel.